Fire up Mason Rudolph if you're absolutely desperate. Shouldn't be that
Don't
desperate.
fire up Mason Rudolph,
Don't
even
fire
if you're
him up.
desperate.
Don't
Throw
fire
him
him.
for 300.
Yeah, don't fire. Bengals at Browns. Cover your mouth. They won't just do your order.
He has been quarterback 11 or higher 3 of the last 4 weeks. And everybody hates on this guy. It is Danny Dimes.
I'm hanging up right now. I can't believe
Come on.
it. I'm hanging up.
No. What up, what up?
What up, what up? What's going on?
Well, you know, just hanging out down the street. Same old thing we did last week. Actually,
Wow. Hopefully not the same old thing that we did last week. I am still licking my wounds from our atrocious performance from the Detroit Lions.
I was about to say, I thought you were talking about picks. I was like, I did pretty good.
Yeah, one of us did really good. The rest of us didn't. We'll get into that. Don't worry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on into WPF, the When Pigs Can Fly Fantasy Football Show. We are your co-hosts of the show. I'm Sal Adams. That's the Wesley Bryant. Corey had plans this evening, so it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. We are a little late
We can make it
to
if
the
we
show
try.
this week. We apologize for missing on Wednesday. It's not going to be the norm around here with the WPF crew. It's just the way the chips fell this week. But with that being said, we're here on tonight's show. Everybody's favorites, studs and duds from week 1, rolling on in addition to picks and locks for the upcoming week. Maybe we're going to mention some way too early buys. Maybe we're going to mention some way too early sells. It's only been week 1, so you don't want to overreact. You don't want to underreact, though, at the same time. So we might have some overreactions that you'll find attractive or fun. But we're really excited about the show. So without further ado, let's buckle on up, because the WPF crew is about to take flight.
Let's rock and roll, brother.
Yeah, we can get right into it.
Let's do it.
Should we talk about last week's picks and locks when we get there? Just cover the record now, or just cover it then?
Let's do studs and duds. And then before we do new
Perfect.
picks and locks, we'll
Perfect.
put a record out there.
I know you're excited about it, so I didn't know if you wanted to just jump right in.
It wasn't worth betting on, but, you know, it was good.
Sure. Let's start off with studs. I'm going to go right into the running backs because I had a couple surprises. I was really excited about both these, the first guy. My first running back stud of the week, RB5 on the week, 20.4 fantasy points. He had 15 carries for 54 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions for 10 yards. Javonte Williams, lead running back for the Dallas Cowboys. He's somebody that I'm looking at as a potential early buy.
Yeah.
I don't want to overreact, but man, 15 carries, he had 3 targets. That's lead back.
I mean,
they liked him in the red
he
zone.
He looked like Jamal Williams for the Lions.
That's true.
But he's scoring points.
Yeah. My second running back on the week, actually RB6, 18.6 fantasy points. He had 16 totes for 143 yards, 3 catches on 3 targets. He only had 13 yards receiving, but he got all 18.6 points without scoring a touchdown. I'm talking about Travis Etienne. Good, in fact, they traded away Tank Bigsby after the game, who I thought was going to be the guy.
That's huge. Honestly, it's another...
Not an overreaction in redraft leagues. Boot him. Get rid of Tank Bigsby.
Oh, boot him. Yeah, for sure.
He ain't doing anything.
Eagles, right?
That's right.
Return game.
Will Shipley, Saquon Barkley. I think they have A.J. Dillon, too.
They do,
that's
actually.
Weird trade for me.
How
about you?
Yeah, I went right to the top of the list because these guys, I want to see them do well. They're getting up there in age. Want to see them stay healthy. Had a little scare with one of them, but RB1 on the week, Derrick Henry, 18 attempts, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 reception for 13 yards, 29.2
Is the guy ever going to stop?
Well, I sold him thinking, in our league, I sold him. Whatever.
Is he ever going to stop?
Yeah. And then my second guy, Christian McCaffrey, the guy that everybody was kind of letting go in these redraft leagues because they're afraid he's not going to stay healthy. Again, he had that scare with the calf, but he still had 22 attempts, only 69 yards, but 9 receptions on 10 targets for 73 yards for 23.2 fantasy points. Number 3 on the week.
9 receptions on 10 targets for 72 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 on 10 for 31.
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah, so Christian McCaffrey, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with him going forward. With Brock Purdy being out for a few weeks, it makes me nervous.
And
Are we going to
George
see the
Kittle.
usage of Christian? Yeah, are we going to see the usage of Christian McCaffrey dip because they don't have their quarterback or their best receiver, or are we going to see an uptick in volume because he's all they got?
I would still
It's
start
going to be
him.
interesting to see.
You know, that's
I'm
all.
still
That's all
starting
they
him.
got.
I'm not out on him.
Unless you're
I'm a
starting
little
Mac
cautious.
Jones.
Do you want to jump ahead on whatever position
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
want?
jump back up to QBs.
Cool.
QBs 1 and 2 here. Josh Allen, heck of a game. 14 attempts, 30 yards. That's rushing, guys. 14 attempts rushing, 30 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then 46 passes, 33 receptions, 394 yards, 2 touchdowns there.
Yeah. How many yards?
I said that kind of weird. 394 passing yards.
Wow.
Two more touchdowns.
He had a great week.
42.76 points. He was number 1. And then number 2, did not think he was going to be up here for QBs when it came to passing yards. Definitely thought this team was running it all day. Justin Herbert. He also had 7 rushing attempts, 32 yards. He threw it 34 times, 25 receptions, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. This is like rookie season all over again. 3 touchdowns, 33.92 points. He was number 2 on the week. But yeah, I did not expect Justin Herbert to be up there for the QBs this week.
Yeah,
or in
he
general.
looked good. Yeah, I like the way that he looked. He looked great. I'll jump in. My quarterbacks were the same as my running backs, both 5 and 6. QB 5 on the week, he was 16 for 22 passing, 218 yards and a touchdown, 12 carries for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. He put up 31.5 points against that staunchy Steelers defense. I'm talking about Justin Fields. We told you to watch out for this guy. I think fantasy-wise, this is somebody that you can. I'm telling you, I think you can start him week in and week out and feel comfortable. There's going to be some weeks maybe not. He's not a guy that I'm going to trust to continue to be a top 5 quarterback all year. But man, with that running potential he's got, he brings some firepower. QB 6 on the week. 22 of 29 passing. 272 yards and a touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
He had 7 carries for 26 yards and 2 more touchdowns. Yeah. I'm talking about Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes,
You're not wrong,
gentlemen.
man.
QB 6 on the week.
You gotta watch out for him.
Give this man his flowers.
Watch out for the Colts, man. If he plays...
They looked good. They looked good.
Oh.
I'm gonna move on.
Honorable mention. Mainly
like
with the
those.
fourth quarter, JJ McCarthy.
Oh yeah, heck of a fourth quarter.
He had some poise, some tenacity. He told Justin Jefferson, I don't know if you saw this clip, he was like, "Don't give up on me."
Yeah, I did see that. Yep.
I was like,
yeah,
this guy.
Yeah, he played really well in that fourth quarter, and they wound up having that come from behind victory.
Yep.
2 coaches in the history of the NFL debut were up by 10 in the fourth quarter and wound up losing. Ben Johnson this last week, Matt Nagy also for the Bears. I'll move right on into tight ends. So we're probably going to have a little bit different points scored on our tight ends here.
Nope.
You did it? Okay,
Yep.
You changed it because we're...
Yep.
All right, so this is going to be for PPR. It's just normal PPR, not tight end premium. So tight end 2 on the week, 14.6 points. He had 7 catches on 9 targets, 76 yards, and a carry for 3 yards. Talking about Tyler Warren, rookie sensation, also for the Colts. He looked really good. The Colts offense looked really good. Danny Dimes liked him. 9 targets.
I actually started him a lot in a bunch of my leagues.
Yep. And the other one, told you was a lock this week. He wound up being tight end 7, 12.9 fantasy points. He had 7 catches on 8 targets for 59 yards. The target volume is there. Kyle Pitts.
There it is. Guy you've been waiting on.
Kyle Pitts. Yep.
So both these guys I got. The first one, I think I held on to him all last year. I think I finally let him go. I might have him still, not sure. Tight end number 1. 8 catches on 11 targets, 76 yards, 15.6 points. Juwan Johnson.
Somebody got him on waivers this week.
Was that you?
It was me.
Yeah, I held him for the longest time. I finally dropped him. But, and a guy that was on my taxi squad is my next guy, number 3 on the week. He had 1 rushing attempt for 3 yards, 7 receptions on 9 targets, 63 yards, 13.6 fantasy points. None other than Harold Fannin. Have you heard that name before?
Yeah. Harold Fannin, big Cleveland Brown.
That might be someone to keep an
You
eye
think he's
on.
gonna?
Even with
You think he's
Njoku,
gonna stick?
if Joe Flacco likes him and Joe Flacco's the quarterback, we'll see how long
True.
Flacco's going to stay the quarterback. But
That's true.
just
That's true. Juwan Johnson, do you think he's a lot going forward?
Who else?
Got a lot of targets.
I mean,
right?
they got,
Olave.
but
Kamara.
look, but it's Spencer Rattler. Is he known
Yeah.
for dishing it out to like Olave deep or Mark? Was it what's the other guy? Rashid.
Olave had a lot of
Shaheed?
targets. Olave did have a lot of targets. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
That's a early buy for me. I'm buying that one.
Saints.
You want to jump in on wide receivers?
Yeah, but real quick, Saints. I just, they're so unknown. Their quarterback, it makes me feel so uncomfortable about them.
Are they
But
the worst team in football right now?
I don't think so. I really don't think they are.
Are the worst? Okay.
Th- They might be.
The
But
Dolphins. The Dolphins.
you got the Dolphins, you got the Browns, you got the Panthers. I don't know.
That's
So yeah, wide receivers. This is going to be a big one for all of us. All you see about this guy is drops. Quentin Johnson, 5 receptions on 7
Quentin
targets,
Johnson, yeah.
79 yards, 2
Tag week.
touchdowns, 24.9 points. Number 3 on the week for wide receivers.
Mhm.
And I know Corey and you might have locked this other guy, rookie sensation Amik Egbuka.
Oh yeah. Yep.
1 rush, 9 yards, 4 receptions on 6 targets, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns, 23.6
Yep.
points. Number 4 on the week.
Baker liked him in the end zone.
Yep. Well,
That's a big
they don't
deal.
have Godwin. Mike Evans is
Yeah,
getting taken away. And what did Corey say? He was like never the number 1 guy at Ohio State, but had like the most yards.
Yeah. He is somebody that you got to keep an eye on, specifically in dynasty leagues. You want to buy him if you can get him cheap. You're not
Mhm.
going to get him cheap, but you want to buy that guy in a dynasty league. Even in a redraft, he's worth stashing in the event that Godwin doesn't come back or continues to, or gets hurt again because, yeah, so anyways, I'll jump in. Wide receiver 2 on the week. He had 25.2 fantasy points. He had 8 receptions on 11 targets, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was just 1 touchdown. Sorry. Keon Coleman, Buffalo Bills, wide receiver 1. This is somebody I was waiting on last year, all year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too fired up, but that was a pretty good week for him, week 1. So really excited about what I saw out of him. Excited to see where that's gonna, how that's gonna unfold. And the other guy is the guy that we were telling you about. Told you to lock him. This guy I think is going to be even more valuable moving ahead with the recent injury announcement of his running back. I'm talking about wide receiver 6 on the week with 22.6 fantasy points, 7 receptions on 10 targets, 77 yards, a rush for 19 yards and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel.
Oh,
Deebo Samuel. If that guy stays healthy, he's going to have himself a heck of a fantasy season. That's our studs on the week.
that is our studs in the week.
That's our studs on the week.
Now who stunk it up?
Let's move on to the duds. Guys that flopped for us. I'm gonna go wide receiver first.
Okay, let's knock that one out. I like that.
Wide receiver number 42. He had 9 fantasy points. But why he is a dud for me, because he expected way more out of him, first of all. Second, he had 1 reception on 7 targets for 11 yards. He's lucky he got a carry for 9 yards and a touchdown. I'm talking about Brian Thomas Jr.
Oof.
I don't
Yeah.
want to hit the panic button on him too soon, but week 1 was rough.
Yeah, he was a must
Without
start.
Without that carry, he's looking at a fat 2 points on the
Yep.
week on 7 targets. I don't know what's going on over there, but that scares me. I'm not panicking, but that scares me.
My wide receiver, I have a tandem wide receiver dud on the week, and it is wide receiver number 90 and wide receiver number 80. Hunter Renfrow and Xavier Legette of the Panthers. Renfrow, 2 receptions, 6 targets, 11 yards, 3.1 points. Legette, 3 receptions, 7 targets, 10 yards, 4 points.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryce Young slinging you the rock, you know.
What a great trade away all your assets for the number 1 pick that year, huh?
Who you got next?
Tight end, Mark Andrews.
Let's do it.
Mark Andrews. He's the one guy on that team that didn't get to the ball. 1 target, 1 reception, 5 yards, 1.5 points. He used to
Same
be the
start last
guy.
year?
He used to be the guy that you wanted on your team.
I
You
still
know,
want him.
I think they got too many. Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, even
I still
Rashad
want him.
Bateman.
I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet, but it's looking grim after 1 week.
Yeah.
My tight end 31 on the week. He had 4.5 fantasy points, 3 receptions on 4 targets for 15 yards. TJ Hawkinson, Minnesota Vikings.
Man, I thought he was gonna be.
I expected more.
Yeah.
I expected more. Let's jump up to quarterbacks. My quarterback was quarterback 25 on the week. I would say this guy is one of, if not the best quarterback in the NFL. 10.8 fantasy points,
yep.
14 of 23 for 113 yards. That is it, and a touchdown. He had 2 carries for 3 yards. Talking about Joe Burrow. That's not what you expect out of the.
What did I tell you
Could
though?
have been MVP last year.
What did I tell you last week though?
I don't remember.
That division game, those division games are always tough. The Browns
Also,
always give a hard time for offenses. Their defense is not that bad.
You've watched quarterback, right? This most recent season of quarterback.
I don't watch all that.
Joe Burrow was talking about. I think it's like 2021. They started off 0-2 or 0-1 every single year. Like they suck in the first couple games every single year.
Yep.
They won, but they didn't look great.
No.
Who you got at quarterback?
You know, we're always like, this guy's pretty good when he's healthy. I don't know. Dolphins are looking really rough. Tua Tagovailoa. 1 rushing attempt, 7 yards. 14 completions, 23 pass attempts, 150 yards, 7.25 points, QB 30 on the week. Does McDaniels have a job at the end of this year?
That's a big question. I don't know if McDaniels has a job if they lose another game.
I don't know.
I could see a mid-season firing going on there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say lose another game.
Corey,
I think if they have a
no, it
bad
wasn't Corey. Our buddy Shannon said, "What do you think he's going after if they lose this game?" But, anyways, down to running backs. This guy, I told everyone, start him, grab him. I don't know why he dropped so much. 74% snap percentage, 10 attempts, 24 yards, 2 receptions on 5 targets for 11 yards, 5.5 points. Running back 39. Tyrone Tracy at the Giants. That's rough.
Scatterboo didn't look good either, though. I mean, the Giants.
He had one nice run where he's running people over and like headbutting them as he's going. I saw that.
He gained like 4 yards. What's Mike Allstott-esque?
It was like a Penei Sewell angry run.
Yeah. My running back dud on the week, 4.8 fantasy points. He finished at RB42. This is a guy that I would have thought would have been a lock. Not necessarily a lock, but definitely would have done better than he did. 5 carries, 25 yards, 2 receptions on 3 targets for 3 yards. Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh man, was I ever bummed I started him?
That's it for studs and duds from week 1. Corey is going to comment in the comment section of this video and let you have those as well as his
Picks and
picks and his
locks.
locks.
And
Speaking of picks and
since we missed Wednesday's episode, we told each other what we would have picked for the Thursday game. I'm the only
Yep.
one. I was on the island. I picked the Commanders. I didn't think
Yep.
that they were going to get destroyed by the Packers. I thought the Lions just had that bad of a game to make the Packers look good, but Micah Parsons was just chasing Daniel Daniels down all game.
Yeah, Packers are serious. I think that's the best team in the NFL right now. It pains me to say that, but in the
No.
NFL, I don't think there's a better team in the NFL right now than the Packers.
Maybe I can see how you say complete team, maybe, because they have a defense and an offense.
Their defense is insane. Their offense has been great. Their wide receiver room has been significantly elevated, which is a surprise. I mean, it is, but it's not. They've got a lot of talent, but Jaden Reed got
Jaden
hurt,
Reed's
and
Yep.
they were still producing. Josh Jacobs is elite. Jordan Love is elite. Their offensive line is great. They look so good. Kills me to say that as a diehard Lions fan, obviously, but Packers look really good. So let's talk about last week. I'm not going to name off all the picks. I was on a hot streak. I was on a heater. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4 last 5 games of the week, I got wrong. I wound up 9-7 on the week. Corey wound up 10-6, and our weekly champion was Wes. Got first place.
12-4.
Yeah, so
I gave
12-4 on the week was good.
him a head start this week.
Yep. So skipping past Washington and Green Bay, moving right on into Jacksonville at Cincinnati.
Who got?
I'm taking the Bengals in this one. I am locking Chase Brown. Joe Burrow will have a better week. Trust that. And for Jacksonville, I am locking running back again, Travis Etienne.
We have the same. Just go to the next game. We have the exact same.
All right, then I will give you 2 different locks
But-
to give.
But I do think, like you said, Bengals start off rough. If this game wasn't at home, I'd feel a little more scared about this game. But I do think with it being a home game, I think Bengals will take care of it.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable locking Brian Thomas Jr. I would feel comfortable locking T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I think both of these defenses are weak. I think that you could see a lot of passing attack.
Yeah, I just didn't
New
want to
York-
crowd Jamar Chase because I feel like he's gonna
Well,
go off. Yeah.
He's an auto lock.
Yeah.
That's a free one.
Yeah.
New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys.
I have the home team again winning this one. I like the Cowboys. For a lock, I don't trust the quarterback situation, and as long as he plays, and I got Malik Neighbors. I mean, he's one of those auto locks, really, kind of, unless you're in like a 8-team league or 6-team league even. But I got Malik Neighbors and then CeeDee Lamb. Cannot not lock CeeDee Lamb.
I have the Cowboys winning this game. I like the lock of Javonte Williams. I don't like the New York Giants defense, so I'm gonna lock Javonte. If I have to lock somebody for the Giants that's not Malik Neighbors, I don't want to.
Maybe Wandale. Yeah.
Wandale Robinson looked good last week. He got peppered with targets. I think he's probably a safe flex spot in a deeper league, especially if you're in like a 12-man. I would feel comfortable locking him this week. Moving on over to the Bears at the Detroit Lions. Not just a homer pick, but I'm taking the Lions. I think that we're going to come out swinging. I think that we've got a point to prove. I think that the Bears probably will too, because they also have a point to prove, having shown up to the den with our ex-offensive coordinator. But I think the Lions are going to punch them in the mouth. I do. I think things are going to look better on the offense. I was listening to Kelvin Shepard, Detroit Lions defensive coordinator. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Kevin Shepard, yeah. I don't know why that just. Anyways, he said, I think he said we had 45 defensive snaps, and he was happy with the defense on 40 of them. He said the 5 were unacceptable, and we got to clean it up. I like his mindset as a coach. I love the fire that he brings. I think our defense is going to show up, and Chicago is going to struggle. If I lock guys, I am locking all of the offense on the Lions to show back up. I'm going to lock Gibbs this week. And for Chicago, I like the way that O'Dunes looked.
Okay. I also have the Lions. I also locked Gibbs. But my lock for the Bears is DJ Moore because he always gives the Lions fits.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great lock.
For the Lions, in a deep league, would you start Tisla? They said they want to get him a lot more involved.
I think he only had 1 target last week.
But he was also under the weather to start that week, and they wanted to get him more involved in the game.
I am not comfortable starting him yet.
Gotcha.
I want to see what they do with him this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to get the opportunity this week to prove that he should get more share. Ready to move on?
Yeah. Maya?
Rams at Titans.
I got the Rams until this is one of those possibly worst teams in the league is the Titans. Until I see something from them, I'm gonna have a hard time picking them. Until I see a good game by Cam Ward and they're, I gotta see what they can do. But if
I agree,
I have Puka Nacua as my Rams lock. Either one of their wide receivers. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. My Titans lock. I'm actually going to go with Alec Ayomanor. I don't know how to say his name. He's their number 2 receiver. It's Calvin Ridley and him.
Yep.
So he's the number 2 spot. I personally would not lock him if I had him. I would not put him in my lineup if I had him. But if you're dealing with a bunch of injuries and you have to go grab somebody who's on the free agents, and because everybody else has got all the other good players, he might be an option. It's too easy to say Calvin Ridley.
I got the Rams this week. Easy as it is, Calvin Ridley is the only person on that team I'm willing to start right now. Anyways, I would consider running back.
I hope Elliott goes off this week.
Me too. I just traded for him. I read that they were going to get what's his name, Chamir Dyke, and more involved. That they liked him and they want to get him more opportunities. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with those 3. My lock of this game. My lock for this game overall is going to be Kyren Williams. I think he's going to run all over that.
I always forget about Kyren. He's your dog.
Moving up to New England at Miami. I will not be selecting the dumpster fire that is the Miami Dolphins this week. I'm taking the Patriots. My locks are going to be TreVeyon Henderson. I think he's a lock for me this week against Miami. And looking at the other side, it's easy to say Devon Achane, so I'm going to try to stay away from Devon Achane. But with that, who do you lock?
Tyreek Hill this week.
So it's interesting to consider what he's going through. Because didn't he ask for a trade?
He asked for a
trade.
There's
been all kinds of speculation. He's been grouchy and this and that. I think he's probably going to go out and show out. Tyreek is my lock.
Yeah, so I kind of don't like that we're like in lockstep this whole pick process so far, because I have Patriots as well. I also picked them last week and they let me down, but didn't know the Raiders were gonna be that good. I also locked TreVeyon Henderson. I locked him last week as well. I think Tyreek Hill is the guy to lock this week against the Patriots.
Next up, we have the 49ers at the Saints.
I almost picked the Saints here, but I went 49ers. Like I said earlier, I can't really pick the Saints yet. I don't trust Spencer Rattler. And I'm locking both their running backs. more than him. I trust Christian McCaffrey,
Sure.
but I also locked Kamara, so it's gonna be a battle of the receiving running backs there.
Um, I'm taking the Saints in this game. I'm glad that we're finally picking something different. I am feeling all kinds of comfortable locking the likes of Chris Olave, pending health, of course, as usual. 49ers side, I like the lock of Ricky Pearsall.
Mm.
He had a 14-point week this last week in PPR formats. He's somebody I was excited about coming into the season. They got to throw the ball to somebody. Kittle's out. Mac Jones is going to have a security blanket other than CMC. Is Juan Jennings back? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I like Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah.
Moving on up to Buffalo at the New York Jets. I want to take the Jets so badly. They played the Steelers really good. They deserve to win that game. Fields looks great. Brees Hall looked great. Yeah, Garrett Wilson looked great. The defense, I'm taking Buffalo. I'm taking Josh Allen. He's not losing both of the first. Sorry, he won the first week. He's starting off 2-0. That was, by the way, one of the wildest games. Down 40 to what was it, 40 to 25 or something like that, and I turned it off. I'm like, it's over.
I fell
I turned it
asleep.
off. I'm
I
like,
fell
it's
asleep
over.
at
I woke up and I
halftime.
lost.
I woke up with 6 touchdown notifications for my team on our dynasty because I
Oh
have
yeah, yeah.
I have Allen and Jackson.
My locks are going to be James Cook
Hmm.
and Brees Hall.
I'm glad we.
Watch out for Braylon Allen.
I'm glad we finally have different locks. I also have the Bills. I'm locking Keon Coleman again, and I'm locking Justin Fields. I just like his ability
Keon
to
Coleman is a great lock.
escape from the pocket and get some yards on the ground and run away from those guys if need be. I think Fields is going to be a good start in fantasy football this year. Seahawks at Steelers.
Yes, sir. I think that's me. Yeah. No, you.
Yeah. I got the Steelers in this one at home. Like I said last week, I don't trust Sam Darnold. Did not look good.
Really?
No. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Zach Charbonnet had a better game than Kenneth Walker last week. At least fantasy points wise. But I'm still going to stick with Kenneth Walker on this one. And as a lock. And my other lock is going to be DK Metcalf. I think DK might get. I think he might get 2 touchdowns this week.
It's interesting locking DK Metcalf against
Yeah.
the Seahawks. I about told you he doesn't play for the Seahawks anymore.
Yeah.
So we're both taking the Steelers in this one. Listen, lock JSN.
I've seen
Feel
people drop
comfortable
him
doing that.
after week 1. I don't know why, but I saw someone drop him.
Is that a money league? Can I get in?
Yeah, why did they drop him? Like 19 points.
I am flabbergasted at that. That must have been an accident. Anyways,
it must have been. Sorry.
I'm taking the Steelers. My locks are going to be JSN, and here's the deal. I'm going to lock Aaron Rodgers, but I want to talk about the backfield in Pittsburgh. Kenneth Gainwell seemed to get the most looks. Tyler Warren looked better than Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah, sorry. Where was Mr. Johnson? Rookie running back, RB3. He's going to take over this backfield. The other 2 backs are not good. It's just a matter of when.
Did he get some carries? Or did he get special teams work?
He got special teams work. I can't believe they wouldn't be starting this guy at some point. Keep your eyes peeled on that. Try to buy him low in leagues. No, don't try to buy him low for me in our league.
Caleb Johnson. That's right.
Yeah. I just called him Mr. Johnson. My apologies. So, yeah, Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, JSN. Moving on, Cleveland at Baltimore. I say this every time they play. Cleveland always plays Baltimore tough.
Mhm.
Always. They always do. With that being said, Baltimore's going to spank them. They're in Baltimore. Lock everybody on Baltimore. I just do it. You're going to lock Lamar, you're going to lock Derrick Henry, you're going to lock Zay Flowers, you're going to lock Mark Andrews. Yes, Mark Andrews, lock him. Lock him. Moving over to the Cleveland side, Keyshawn Judkins, they said he's going to play. I would not lock him.
Steal my thunder.
My bad. But I would pay attention to him. I want to see what his workload looks like. I want to see how he looks. That guy's a stud.
I
He's a
literally
stud.
wrote, look out for Judkins to make his debut. Just look out.
Yep,
Like,
he's
keep an eye on him.
He's a stud. Jerry Jeudy would be my lock over there. I'd feel comfortable starting him in a flex spot. He's not going to be my wide receiver 1 or 2. I'd expect 10 or 12 points.
Yep, I got the Ravens, and I have Jerry Jeudy and Zay Flowers as my locks. Zay Flowers is doing big things this year.
Next up, we've got Denver at Indianapolis.
This is honestly a tough pick. I don't know how you felt about this. But I got the Broncos. I really almost picked the Colts here, and that's every time I say that, I feel like game day comes, I'm like, I should have picked that team. But I'm gonna stick with Broncos. They got kicked some other rust off, and I'm gonna lock Cortland Sutton and none other than Daniel Jones.
Let's go. Lock him.
You're so
Lock
excited
him.
that your mic cut out. Let me just say that.
Lock him, dude. I got the Colts winning this game. I think the Broncos are the better football team. I think right now the Colts look hot. They played really well last week. Granted, it was the Dolphins, but I'm going to ride the hot streak. I'm going a little bit out on a whim here. My locks are going to be Michael Pittman is a lock for me this week. He had a really good week last week. He's somebody that a lot of people have been really down on. I am not down on Michael Pittman. Watch him put together a really good season this year. I'm banking on him being a top 15 wide receiver. Over on the Broncos side, I really thought I would see more out of RJ Harvey week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that they bust the training wheels off of him this week. I would flex him. I'm not going to lock him. I would flex him. I would feel comfortable flexing him. I know that might sound crazy, but I just think I like it. And Evan Ingram, lock him to have a better week this week than he had last week, because last week he was a dud.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next up, Carolina at Arizona. I don't want to pick a winner. I don't want to pick a winner.
You got
I'm going to say the
to.
Cardinals, though. I'm going to say the Cardinals. I'm locking Marvin Harrison. And for Carolina, Tat looked good last week. I think he's a good lock this week. Unless you locked Tat. Did you lock Tat?
No. But
Good.
I did
I'm
lock
locking
Marvin
Tat
Harrison
Nugent.
Jr. I got the Cardinals as well. I am. You know who's really good? And
Tyler?
I'm blanking right now. Hold on. No.
Trey McBride?
Nope. Defense. Michigan. Why am I blanking on his name? The Michigan cornerback, safety, or whatever. He's been looking legit. Anyway, that's why.
For who?
For the Cardinals.
Oh.
I'll look it up in a minute. But even with that being said, I'm gonna lock Bryce Young.
Really? Okay. Oh, Will Johnson, duh.
Yes.
That's who you're talking
Jeez,
about, right?
Pete's.
Yeah.
He's looked really good.
Yeah. So next up, Philadelphia at Kansas City, Super Bowl rematch.
And it's gonna be the same result. Eagles over the Chiefs. At the Chiefs. Don't care. Eagles lock Jalen Hurts. For the Chiefs side, I'm locking Hollywood Brown.
There's absolutely no way that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs start off 0-2 this
Yes,
year.
there is.
It's not going to happen.
Yep.
Chiefs are going to win. I think Philadelphia's a great football team. I think they're probably the 4th best team in the NFL right now. They're the best until proven otherwise, because they won the Super Bowl and not much has changed. But I just think that the Chiefs are going to win this game. They're at home.
Bro,
great
Tank
great
Bixby
football.
just got traded to the Eagles.
So true. I'm taking the Chiefs. My locks, Travis Kelce. And for the Eagles, I think A.J. Brown is going to have a heck of a lot better of a week than he did last week. Wide receivers for the Eagles didn't do much last week. They're gonna have to this week
Yeah.
against this Chiefs team. They stuffed Saquon pretty good in the Super Bowl. I expect them to do everything they can to try to stop him again. You can't stop him. You can contain him. Chiefs, Travis Kelce, AJ Brown. Moving right along, Atlanta at Minnesota. I have the Vikings winning this football game, riding JJ McCarthy to a 2-0 start
Mm-hmm.
on the year. My locks for them are going to be Aaron Jones at running back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to go with the obvious Justin Jefferson pick here. And for Atlanta, I'm telling you, I'm locking Drake London and I'm locking Kyle Pitts, and I'm gonna pretty much do that every week. I'm comfortable doing that.
And I'm locking Bijan Robinson. And I'm also picking the Vikings over the Falcons. And I'm actually going to lock J.J. McCarthy. I think he's finished very strong on week 1. I think he's going to carry that over in the next week against the Falcons team. I didn't. I like the guy. He didn't throw much in Michigan. He's proving that he's got what it takes. I know it was 1 week, but that's who I'm locking.
Tampa Bay at Houston.
Buccaneers at Texans. I'm going Texans here. And the reason I'm going Texans is because the Buccaneers didn't look too good to start off against the Falcons, and I thought that was going to be an easy one for the Bucs. I think the Texans got a little bit better of a team, but Baker Mayfield's still going to sling the rock. So I'm locking Baker, and I'm locking my auto lock for the Texans is Nico Collins.
Yeah, I think Nico's a great lock. Is Mixon out this week?
Mixon's out until we know. I don't think there's any. I think it's still Chubb, right?
I'm taking the Bucks. I just don't love. CJ Stroud had a terrible week last week. He had a terrible season last season. They got beat by the Rams last week. I don't know. I think Tampa Bay is a better football team than the Rams. I think the Rams handled them. I'm taking the Buccaneers on the road. My locks are going to be Bucky Irving, and Nico would have been the only guy I'm willing to lock.
Well, Christian Kirk's out. Braxton Berrios out. I know that doesn't mean anything. Tank Dell's still out.
Maybe Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz might be a good lock.
Willie Marks is somebody to pay attention to in the backfield.
Woody Marks.
Running back.
He's actually the fourth string running back.
Is that what he's listed as?
Nick Chubb, Dameon Pierce, Dare Ogunbowale, and Woody Marks.
They've got Dameon Pierce and Ogunbowale above him. That's crazy. Chargers and the Raiders. The Chargers looked so good last week.
They sure did.
They looked super, super good. The Raiders look good, though, too. They beat the Patriots. They were on the road when they played the Patriots. I want to take the Raiders. I really do. Brock Bowers is going to play, I read. I want to take the Raiders. I'm not going to. The Chargers, I think, are just too good. Justin Herbert's too good.
Get your boy in here.
I think Quentin Johnston cools off a little bit. Yeah, I would be willing to bet he would probably take the Raiders in this game. I'm going to take as my locks Omarion Hampton.
Mm.
Do I want to lock him? Yeah, I'm locking him. Feel good about it. Feels real good.
All right, John Gruden. Jeez.
And for Vegas, I like Jacoby Myers a lot. I mean, obviously you're going to lock Genty. You're obviously going to lock Brock Bowers.
Listen,
but I'm locking Jacoby Myers.
I also have the Chargers until they slow down or they face somebody a little more scary. I'm picking the Chargers. I'm locking Keenan Allen. He's fitting right back in with the Chargers, man.
That's true.
And you already mentioned this guy's name, but I'm locking Ashton Genty. He showed me enough last week to make me feel comfortable with that lock.
He looked good against that Patriots defense. I think the Patriots defense is just as good as the Chargers. Maybe not quite as good, but I think they're good.
Yeah, we got 2 Monday night games this week.
2 Monday night games. It's interesting when that happens, right? It's the Chargers and Raiders and Houston and Tampa Bay, right?
Yep.
That's another reason I'm taking Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay seems to show up when the lights are on. Anyways, that's what we've got for the show. I did ask Corey for his picks, but he is going Betty by. Somebody's got to go to work in them. So,
Yeah.
uh,
So
any last thoughts?
no, I just I'm glad we didn't pick all the same teams, so we'll see who gets the better record this week.
We wound up changing
Yeah.
some things up a little bit.
I'm curious to see what Corey's gonna pick.
I think I picked a few more upsets than you did. That's all right. Saints over the 49ers does not feel good. Can I change that? Colts over the Broncos.
The
I'm
funny
going
thing,
with
the funny thing is both the ones that
Risk it.
both of those I was like, I went the safe route.
Yeah. Last thoughts?
Let's play some football.
Go Lions, baby.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. It's great to see everybody. Thanks for stopping in. We will be back on Wednesday next week. You can mark that. We'll be back Wednesday, and excited to bring you some more.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.